HBCU Overdrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream with their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more. You can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace.
What's good, everybody, man? We're gonna try a new way of doing this thing. How y'all doing tonight? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, man? Let's go ahead, see who's up in here tonight. And when we get that, we're gonna start the show off right. Got 19 people tuning in right now. Try to get it up there. What's going on, Unc? As I see you. I see you. So right now, let's go ahead and start that big old intro. You already know how I do it. And we back. It's your boy Doc Holiday. As always, this is HBCU Overdrive, aka tonight is HBCU Tonight, in conjunction with HBCU Overdrive, where all HBCUs matter. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like this stream, make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you become family. And just drop some, you know what I'm saying? Drop the exclusive subscription. Basically, 2 tiers: Overdrive Blue, Overdrive Purple. Hey, it is what it is. Let's see who we got up in here. As always, man, my boy Blue. Zach, what's good, man? Oh man, Avis, you my man. You 100 grand. My boy Kobe up in here, Bliss City Podcast, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Oh yeah, it wouldn't be Avis man getting no A&T slandered up in here. We got Lauderdale. What's going on, bro? Miss May, how you doing? We got my guy Hoop Jargon up in the building. As always, man. We just gonna go ahead and get into it. We got some news coming out of the reservation. If you haven't seen, if you don't know by now, you're gonna know tonight. You're gonna know tonight. You're gonna know tonight. So, the athletic director for Alcorn has taken a position as the second in command in the MEAC conference to Sonia Seals. So, what does that mean for Alcorn? That means Alcorn currently right now has no president, and also they have no athletic director. So the thing about what's going on with Alcorn is what is going on with the leadership there. I'm I ask questions. What is going on with the leadership there? I got my guy Stephen J. Gaither right here, owner, founder of HBCU Game Day. What's good, fam? Mr. Martin, what's good, family? Ta-da! What's up? Man, you ain't been in here in a minute, so what's going on? We got we got the bishop himself, Mr. Campbell in the building. We got some We got the bishop in the building. Hey, now that is true. I mean, you is Winston Salem State, man. That is true. Y'all don't like A&T. Y'all don't like Central. Y'all got a hatred for a lot of schools in North Carolina. Swag fan, what's good, my guy? What's good, Miss Modestly? How you doing? How you doing? Hi, we got an Alabama A&M. We got an A&M dude up in here. And I'm gonna give y'all some love because I'm gonna talk about A&M also tonight. I'm gonna give y'all some love. So don't trip. I'm gonna give y'all some love for tonight, man. But like I said, um, you got um Alcorn, like I said, is going to be looking for a new AD. Let's see. The Mideast Athletic Conference announces the return of Reynold Dido, who will serve as the league's deputy commissioner and chief operating officer. His tenure will begin on July 1st. So this is what he had to say. He said, I quote, I could not be more thrilled to come to welcome Reynold Dido back to the MEAC. This is from Commissioner Sonja Stills. He's so much a part of what the conference office has done for nearly 2 decades. So to welcome him back as deputy commissioner and chief operating officer is fantastic for the conference. So he's no stranger to the MEAC. He has been a director of athletics at his alma mater Alcorn since April of 22. During his tenure, the athletic department boasted an overall GPA of 3.23. Alcorn graduated 76 student athletes during the 22-23 academic year, and the Braves won the SWAC regular season championship in men's basketball for appearing in the NIT. So this is what he has to say. I'm excited to return to the MEAC. I'm grateful and I look forward to working with Commissioner Stills in executing her vision for the conference office and its elite 8 member institutions. Ain't nothing elite about the MEAC. I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to say ain't nothing elite about the MEAC conference. The only thing that's elite about the MEAC conference is that they win Celebration Bowl. That's it. That is the only elite thing about the MEAC conference. They win Celebration Bowls. So, and like I said, the president is gone. She, Dr. Nay, uh, I don't think she was fired, but I think she resigned. So basically, the IHL is looking for new leadership to bring into Alcorn. Hopefully, they don't get this wrong. Hopefully, they come looking, smelling like roses. So, so I just had to say, in a sense, in a sense, I just have to say, I hope Alcorn gets what they need to have as far as a president and as an athletic director. Excuse me. But to do this, to for him to leave when you got a little bit over 2 months left before the kickoff of football season. You are you decided to resign. You decided to leave your position and to go back to the conference where you worked at, but you are Alcorn grad. So and you are, it's true. You are correct. The president, the AD, and the football coach all have to be aligned. You got to be aligned in order for you to be successful. Now, now, let let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. I don't think the president cared too much about athletics, especially about football, because that was pretty much your main moneymaker. And if I'm the AD, if I was, knowing dang on well that you weren't gonna be there that long, you should have never took the position anyway. Even though the AD before that he went up to Ole Miss, um, and y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened between that. But I just have to say, Alcorn, y'all got to get y'all affairs in order. That's what I gotta say. Alcorn, you got to get your affairs in order. And let's see who else we got up in here. We got my guy Craig Hall. What it do? My man from the third, Ms. Angie Body. Andrew's mama is in the house as always. She is always in the house. So now, let's get to the meat and potatoes, y'all. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. I ain't gonna be on here too long. Um, it ain't gonna be probably about an hour show, but let's get up in here and let's get to getting it, y'all. So everybody saw, like I said, we all heard. If you did not hear that space last week, y'all heard what was going on. Y'all heard the y'all heard all the hoopla about, who's going to win the SWAC, who's going who's going to be looking like poo cheese, and who's going to have egg on their face. So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. The mere fact, we talked about this Saturday. The mere fact that the some of the people on the panel picked Alcorn to go 10-1 is asinine. And it's a way too early prediction, y'all. It's it, I'm not hold on. I'm not doing another. I'm continuing on from what was going on, because we had basically talked about Jackson State, Alcorn, and Fam. Now, now, excuse me. Now, what I was going to say is, I talked to some people. I talked to some people. Zoe, talked to my boy Zoe Phillips, 1400 Club. I talked to my boy Craig Hall last night. Like, look, if you got to understand, it's 12 teams in the conference. Out of those 12 teams in the conference, 4 or 5 teams pretty much have a returning quarterback coming back into the system. All right. So, like I said, you have Alabama State with Demetrius Davis, but we don't know if he's gonna be the starter by day one. We don't know that. But you got Demetrius Davis for right now at Alabama State. You got Xavier Langford at Alabama A&M, but you don't know if he's going to be the starter. Um, you have FAMU with Jeremy Musa. So that's 3. That's in the East, y'all. That is in the East. All right. So in the West, you got Trayvon Conley from Prairie View. You got Andrew Body at Texas Southern. And then if you want to kind of mix it in, you have Aaron Allen at Alcorn unless he gets beat out by Tyler Macon. And then what does that say about Aaron Allen? Is he going to leave or is he going to stick it out? But you have really 6 teams in the SWAC. You have 6 teams. That's half of the conference that is returning a quarterback that started last year. They started a game last year. They started at least 3 or 4 games last year. Okay. So I take that into consideration. Now, everybody took into consideration about Jackson State. Well, you lost your coach. Have you, most of your team, like only like 7 or 8 players went with him to Colorado. Okay. Yeah, players jump in the transfer portal. You had players graduate, and that's cool. But talking to my guy Zoe yesterday, it's not like TC don't know what the hell he doing. It's not like he don't know what he doing. It's not like he's not out there recruiting. Like literally, he's out there recruiting. He's recruiting his butt off. He's getting recruits to come in, to offer recruits for 24. Shoot, he's looking down the line, he might got some for 25 too. Just right now, just off the rip. But I always say we don't know what the team is going to look like. And here's the narrative, y'all. Here is the narrative. At the time, Jackson State, yes, we came in with a brand new coach in Deion Sanders. Even though he did come in the spring, that was, to me, like I said, everybody in the spring season was an evaluation season. That is what I would call it. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that's for everybody. Everybody's spring season was an evaluation season. That's it. By the time he came back, you knew that when the fall comes, everybody's roster was going to be different. Everybody's roster was going to be different. That's what we all knew. Everybody's roster was going to be different. It wasn't going to be the same roster that you saw in the spring. It wasn't going to be the same roster you saw in fall 20 or in fall 19. It was different roster. Everybody had a different roster. Okay. Now he brings in his guys. He runs through the SWAC 2 years straight. So let me preface this back before then. See, spring season, he went 4-3. He saw what he had on the team. He went in, did what he was supposed to do. And I think every coach did that also. They evaluated what they had. They seen what they had. They kept the players that they knew that was good. And they gave the other players a pink slip. It told you, hey, it was nice knowing you. Thank you for contributing to our university, but we don't need your services anymore. That's life right there. That is life. That's how it is when you at a job. I thank you for your services, but your services are no longer needed. That's it. And like I said, this is all way too early. Okay. And like I said, it for yes, even last year. Thank you, Brandy. Even last year, Dion he flipped the roster again. He kept some of the players out on the team, and he gave other players, hey, he gave them their pink slip and told, hey, your services are no longer needed. So, I mean, now we get to the point, okay, he goes to Colorado. He say he's in crime free and all this stuff. I mean, ain't gonna we not gonna do that. We not gonna say that. But he but TC was gonna get the job regardless. I didn't see nobody else getting this job. TC was gonna get the job. He got the job. And what did he do when he became the head coach? He still did the same thing that Prime did. Even though, yes, people jumped in the portal because they feel like, hey, we're not gonna be good, or we got a better opportunity. We not gonna be playing because we got a new coach. Don't know that, but he flipped the whole roster. He flipped the whole roster. 70% of this roster is damn near new. But let's get into some other teams, y'all. We already talked about Alcorn. I don't see Alcorn going 10-1. We seen their schedule. We talked about this schedule. I don't see them going 10-1. I see Alcorn at least going in the West. They can go either 74 and 65. I do not see them going 10-1. Do not see Alcorn going 10-1. In the West, I mean it could happen, but in the West, I do not see them going 10-1. We did FAMU schedule. We already talked about FAMU schedule. We did that before that. I did a schedule breakdown for FAMU months ago. I said with FAMU would probably go 9-2. I said they will lose to Jackson State, first game of the season, and then it probably will be another game that they will lose. More than likely, it will be against Alabama State. Why? Because I watched the game from last season. I seen how the defense was from Alabama State. They could not run the ball whatsoever, even though FAMU returned majority of their offensive line. Their offensive line was trash when it came to running. Their offensive line was trash when it came to the running game. They could not do nothing against Rod's boys at Bama State. Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't even wipe their own butts with to even get a first down. I just have to say I don't see FAMU going 10-1. They'll go 9-2 again, and they better hope and pray somebody beat Jackson State again for the third year in a row. And you right, Swag fan. Bama State could have won the game. Bama State should have won the game. Questionable quarterback play from Demetrius Davis, and receivers couldn't catch the damn ball. And like I said, if it wasn't for the blocked field goal being returned for a touchdown, Alabama State would have won the game. Instead of it being 21-14, it would have been 17-15 Bama State. So let's not jump to. I mean, it is jump to conclusions, but let's not get on. Let's not drink the Kool-Aid. Let's not drink the Willie Simmons Kool-Aid and be thinking like, okay, let's not drink that Willie Simmons Kool-Aid, y'all. I'm keeping it a buck, y'all. So now, Miss Body, you, I'm about to get right with y'all. I'm about to get right to y'all. In fact, let me pull up y'all schedule. Let me go ahead and pull y'all schedule up. All right, let me go ahead and get this going out the way. Let me get this banner out the way, y'all. Excuse me. All right, man. All right. This is Texas Southern schedule, y'all. So y'all already know they start off with the Labor Day Classic. This year it's in Houston at the Shell. Now, what happened last season? Prairie View jumped out on them because of early turnovers in the game. Come on in, Mr. Ford. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm drinking that Willie Simmons Kool-Aid. You know, I'm a Willie Simmons fan now. And
Oh,
tell me, Body, they gonna win 7 to 8 games at Texas Southern this year.
You hear that, Miss
If that-
Body? You hear that? You
yeah,
hear that?
if every Todd is what I think he is, they should win at least 7, 7 to
Oh.
8.
So man, look, I got the schedule. So Prairie
Uh-huh.
View, if they jump out on Prairie View early in this game,
Yeah, that's key. Got to win that first game.
got to win the first game. Now,
Yeah,
if you win the first game, you have a leg ahead in
yeah,
the division.
yeah. Could
And
possibly go to the championship.
it is the same. It is the same situation for Jackson State, FAMU. Whoever
Yeah.
wins the game has a leg up in the division. It's
The
always
last 2 years, right? Whoever's won that FAMU Jackson game wins the conference.
right. Yeah, whoever wins the first game of the season, they got the leg up in the conference.
Yeah, celebration bowl for them.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins that shootout in Miami.
Yep. So that's 1-0. I have a chance that I give Texas Southern a chance to win against Prairie View.
I do too.
Turn them. Basically, me and my guy Craig Hall talked about this last night. You turn Prairie View into one-dimensional. Really, they are one-dimensional, but you make Trayvon Conley try to throw the ball. You put the game in his hands. Don't put it in the hands of the running backs. Don't put it in the hands of them. Don't put it in the hands of the receiver. You put it in the hands of Trayvon Conley trying to pass the ball. If you put it in his hands and if you keep the game well under, I would say 20, 24 points against Prairie View, you win the game.
That's going to be a dog fight too, Doc. That Prairie View, because the guy that's the offense coordinator, he's a Southern graduate at Prairie View. He likes that smash mouth. He'll throw it a little bit, but he likes smash mouth. He coming directly at you.
So
and he's gonna keep them backs fresh.
So basically, he's a Dawson Odom's clone.
Yeah, he's from that Pete Richardson era. When I watched him last year, his offense is not multiple. They're at their best running the football, and that's what their commitment is. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Because
there's
to
no
me,
problem.
if you can control that football, you can win championships. I just thought that he needed to throw a little bit more. I thought they were almost 70-80% run. I think they need to throw it at least 40%.
And yeah, Craig told me, he said Coach Todd gonna have him ready for PV.
Yeah, that's what I think when they hired Coach Todd, I thought that was a game changer.
My thing about this is that when you play PV, you playing assignment football. It's basically you're playing an option team.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You playing an option team. So then you go right here. You got Toledo the next week. So I don't know how Toledo is now, but
that's 85 scholarships, so it's gonna be a beatdown.
Right. The following week they are at Rice, but Rice is not the same team. That is not a team where Rice would beat the brace off of you. I give Texas Southern a chance to beat Rice.
But they still got them 85 scholarships in the FBS.
Scholarships
in the FBS. Yeah.
But if Rice win this game, it won't be by as much.
Did they change coaches at Rice? Who's the coach down there now? They had the guy from Stanford.
I don't know who's the head coach at Rice now.
Right.
I haven't seen it.
Because Jerry Mack was on that. He was on that staff for a couple of years before he went to Tennessee. He was down at Rice.
And you got Grambling on the 23rd. Now you in the hole.
That's gonna be a big. That's in Houston.
That's in Grambling.
That's gonna be a dogfight, baby. That's gonna be a biggie.
But what Texas Southern did to Grambling last year, jumped out on them by 21.
They beat them to sleep last year. I told you, I watched the game. I thought that Grambling quit in the second half. I thought they quit. I thought the players quit.
So if they get to the hole, they play in the hole, they win this game, it won't be by a lot. It'll be closer than what it is.
That's gonna be a dogfight.
It'll be a dogfight. So I got Texas Southern 2-2 right now. So you got two wins in conference. Third game, the next game is homecoming. That's Lincoln, California. We already know they're gonna beat them.
Yeah.
October the 14th, to go to Daytona Beach to play Bethune-Cookman. That should be a win right there.
Yeah. Hopefully that is. Yeah. Yeah, that should be a win.
Hello?
You all right, Doc?
Hello? I want to make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my sound box went out.
Okay.
But anyway, make sure ain't no static up in here. Yeah, so the next game is against Bethune-Cookman. Do not go to Bethune. Go down to Daytona and take it easy on them. It might be because it can be one of them games where they can get you. If you ain't on par. So that would be 3-0. I got 3-0.
Okay.
So then you got FAMU in Houston. That's October the 21st. That would be a big game right there.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be a biggie, baby.
That'll be a big game.
Hey, let me see if Clarence. I don't know if Clarence can handle Willie, baby.
Now
he got to come with it.
Now the thing about this game, you control the clock, control the line of scrimmage, and and make Musa one receiver.
Yeah. If there's a person that can put pressure on him, it'll be Coach Todd's defense. Because he comes from every angle. He comes up the middle. He comes off the edge. He's coming everywhere. But I have to listen when you talk about Texas Southern's personnel. He'll put a program together. Defense will not be the problem at Texas Southern.
So yeah, when you look at that FAMU, that like I said, it's one of those teams where I make the quarterback try to beat me. Don't let anybody else try to beat you. I make the quarterback try to beat me. That's going to be a big game. Now that's a game I'm gonna hold off right there until we get everything else going on out the way. Now the following week is October the 28th. They're gonna be at Southern. I have them.
Ooh, that's gonna be a biggie. That's in Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge, I have.
That's gonna be a big game. That's gonna be a big game.
But Mr. Ford, I got them beating Southern.
You got them beating Southern in Baton Rouge?
I got them beating Southern in Baton Rouge.
Well, let me tell you this here. Eric better pack up them bally shoes then. If Texas Southern come to Baton Rouge and beat them in Montfort, his stay ain't gonna be long. No, he can't let them come into Baton Rouge, not Texas Southern, and beat Southern at home. Listen, he gonna have to pack up them bally shoes. His seat will be real hot after that. Because they've lost to Texas Southern with the last 2 years.
He lost TSU the last 2 years.
You better break that. You better break that, bro.
Lou said he got them going. He honestly can see them going down to Baton Rouge and beating Southern.
Well, Boo, you better help him pack up all them clothes. Help him pack up them designer clothes, huh? Yeah, you let it, man, please. You better help him pack up them designer clothes.
Yeah, y'all do well on the road, though. I will give y'all that. Y'all are a road team. Y'all do well on the road.
Hey, Doc, you know how big that Southern alumni is in Houston?
It's big.
It's big. That man, he better not lose it. Texas Southern now.
It's big.
It's big.
Yeah, I heard Texas Southern, they got a big alumni base.
Oh, yeah. They got a big one in Houston. Because they only, what is that, about 300 miles apart? How far is Baton Rouge to Houston? Because usually, when Southern comes to Texas Southern, there's usually a big crowd, especially when they would play at Rice and them other big stadiums. That would always be a big crowd.
Baton Rouge to Houston, it ain't like 300 miles, probably about 200 and.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I know I've driven on that I-10. That's not a lot of miles between them.
Nah.
No, he better not lose to Texas Southern. I'm serious.
So
he better not lose to Texas Southern.
Right now, I got them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4-0 in the conference. Right now, I'm still sitting. Like I said, I'm gonna sit on that FAMU game for right now. We gonna talk about that.
I don't think they can handle FAM now, Doc. Doc, they can't handle FAM. They can't handle Willie, man. I like Coach McKinney and everything, but he ain't ready for Willie Simmons, man.
November the 4th is they go to the vet to play Jackson State. That's a loss right there.
Yeah, that's could be a good showing, though. It's a good showing. That means the program is growing.
That'll be a loss.
Yeah,
November the 11th, they back at home, and they play Alcorn November the 11th.
Ooh, that's gonna be a big game.
That's a big game.
Because they beat Alcorn at their homecoming last year, right?
Yep.
Hey, that's gonna be a big game. Fred gonna have them ready, huh?
They beat them at homecoming, and I feel like it'll be another loss for all. It'll be a loss for Alcorn on this game right here.
You think so?
Yeah, I think McKinney got Fred's number.
Ugh. Okay.
And then the last game of the season is Pine Bluff.
They should win that.
That's a win.
So how many wins you got so far for them?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. Yeah, let's see.
That's last year's record, right? Didn't they get 6 wins last year?
They got 5 wins last year. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, because I was thinking 7 wins. I was thinking
7
they could
wins.
get 7 wins.
They'll get 7 wins.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm thinking too. 7 wins.
I see them going 7-4.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, Doc, I do too.
I see them going 7-4, and the only 2 conference losses will be FAMU and Jackson State.
Right.
I do
But
have.
you don't think they can handle? You think Alcorn will take a whooping from Texas Southern?
If Andrew is on his game,
Okay,
they can beat. They can beat Alcorn.
that's gonna be I'm thinking Andrew Body versus that Macon kid. His name, what's that kid's name?
Tyler Macon.
That's gonna be a big matchup right there. And that will be in Houston, Texas.
It'll be in Houston.
That's gonna be a big matchup.
I have them going 7-4. Now, will that be enough to get y'all into the championship run? It could. It might get y'all in the championship run.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or you can go 8-3. It could be 7-4, 8-3. Either one, either way. Because I think they could be if they start off fast and they hold off FAMU. I think they can beat FAMU.
I think they can win the West if they beat Prairie View. If they beat Prairie View in that opening game, I think Texas Southern can win it. They can win the West. But I don't think they're going to beat Alcorn. I know they're not going to beat FAM, and I know they're not going to beat Jackson. And for Dooley's sake, he better not let them beat Southern.
I got a feeling they gonna beat Southern down in Baton Rouge. I have a feeling that they gonna beat Alcorn. They got their number. I have a feeling that I have a feeling, like I said, I have a feeling that they can win the West. Yeah,
I think they're a legitimate threat. They should have won it last year.
Should have won it last year. Texas Southern is my sleeper pick for the West. I'm gonna say it just like that. For those in the back, you run to tell that Texas Southern is the sleeper of the West. Now, like I said, will it be enough for them to get into the championship game? It should. It should. You talking about a team that started out with 58 freshmen.
And this is their 3rd year, right?
And this is their 3rd year.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
It is a 3rd year. They are in the same system. With the defense, it's a new defensive coordinator.
Yes, a new defense. And it's just a matter of, do they catch on to it quickly, or is it going to take them at least a year?
I think they catch on to it quickly.
I think they can too. The key to Todd's defense is that front 3 and then those linebackers. If he's got them athletic linebackers, you better watch out. Because, man, he coming. I'm telling you, he coming off the edge. He coming up the middle. Woo. He can do it now. If they catch on to that defense, man, they're going to be a formidable opponent.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to be tough, man.
If they could go 7-4, 8-3 in the West, that keeps Clarence McKinney at the school. That keeps him at the school.
Yeah, he made a boss move bringing in Everett Todd. That was a boss move.
Oh yeah. He keeps it at the school, and it's continuity. You don't change coaches. You don't have a lot of turnover, which like I said, which is good. They did go to the transfer portal to get some players. So it's not like they have not been doing what they supposed, doing what they doing.
But now, let me ask you this. Did they president just resign? The Texas Southern
President
president?
is Dr. Crunter just resigned, so they are looking for a new president, and
See,
hopefully
that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Man, let me tell you something. Them presidents in and out, that destabilizes athletic programs. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't understand it. Because see, them championships, that stuff start in the president office. And you ain't got no stability in that president's office. It's hard to maintain championship or to be able to create a championship team.
True.
It's hard.
True. But I give them I think whoever they get as a president, he or she should be able to focus to make sure that football, I want to say, is the main focus of athletics, but make sure football is up there and know that this is what brings, some of the revenue in for the rest of your athletic department.
Because as Blue, I think they spend $12 million on athletics, don't they? Don't Texas Southern spend $12 million? I know they spend a lot of money.
I don't know. I mean, I have to see about that. But
Yeah.
next on the list, we got. I'm about to pull up Bama State.
The sleeping giant.
Now, Bama State went third in the East. They was third in the East with questionable quarterback.
They underachieved.
So now,
I'm waiting to see this guy from Pike County, the new offense coordinator they got, because Blue is high on him. And usually Blue is high on you. They gonna do well. And I think Blue likes this guy a lot. So I can't wait to see him. I know he won some state championships in football.
Right. Hold on.
This is yeah.
Let me see. So I'm about to I'm looking at something talking about A.D. Robinson is leaving. What the heck? But I don't think that's true.
What did they say about A.D. Robinson?
Somebody talking about why am I hearing JSU AD is leaving? I hope not. He's done a superb job.
I mean, he's probably a hot commodity because he's like, what I call him, Doc? I call him the Barack Obama of the SWAT.
Yeah.
That guy's good, man.
I don't think he's leaving.
No, but I'm quite sure a lot of people are probably pursuing him because he's shown he's one of the top ADs in the country, regardless of FCS, FBS, Division II, NAI. This guy's good, man.
I don't see nothing right now, so I don't see nothing right now. I hope it's all talk. Anyway, it's all talk. So whoever stirred up the pot, but we gonna get on Bama State, y'all. We gonna get on Bama State. So man, look, Bama State starts off. They got the Labor Day Classic against Southern University down there in Montgomery. That's a big game.
Yes, it is.
It all depends. This all hinges on what Demetrius Davis does if he is the starter.
I hear y'all talk about. I can't see nobody beating that kid up, man. I think that kid is I think he's super, man. I just think he just needs the offensive coordinator. He needs the coaching. I saw him play last year. Like I said, what that guy was doing, Harry Williams, and was just throwing some stuff on the wall.
Right.
I didn't see no strategy. I didn't see no plan. I didn't see nothing. I just saw somebody calling plays. But Blue is high on this new offense coordinator. He's from Pike County over there in Alabama. He's won some state championships. I can't wait to see him.
So I have Alabama State had a turnover roster too, not as a big turnover roster than what you would see with Jackson State, what you see with FAMU, and not what you see with any other school, even like Tennessee State. Tennessee State had a big roster turnover also, but I do know this. We all know this. Defense can win you championships.
Yes, no doubt about it.
And Bama State got a defense out of this world.
Oh yeah, they always keep a good D.
And
traditionally they've always had good defenses. Their problem has been offensive innovation for years.
Yeah, I feel you. Just kick the damn ball off. Got a Bama State alum. He said, just kick the damn ball off. I think everybody's ready for football season. It can't get here fast enough, y'all. It can't get here fast enough. But I think they can win this game. It ain't gonna be a blowout, but I think they can beat Southern at home. I think it should be I won't say a sellout crowd, but I think the crowd.
I think it will. Yeah, I think it's going to be a top 10 type crowd. I really do. Southern's going to bring their crowd. Yeah. Alabama State's going to bring their crowd. It's Labor Day weekend. I'm like you. That if it's not a sellout, it'll be close to one, because that's Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. So I had Alabama State winning this game by no less than a touchdown. I might be wrong, but I haven't.
But Doc, let me say this about Southern. Now the key to any Eric Dooley team is who is his. If his quarterback is outstanding, he's rough.
Right.
He's rough. I just don't know enough about that Blood kid. I've seen him, but I can't put a definitive thing on him right now. But I know one thing: if in that offense that he runs, everything is dependent on that quarterback.
Right.
If that quarterback is good, Southern's going to be hard to stop offensively.
Right. You're correct. They do have running backs, but running the ball is going to be a premium in this game.
Yeah. Now, Southern, the one thing about his running backs, Dooley's running backs are a supplement. They're not the main focus.
Right.
His main focus is always his quarterback play. Is he outstanding distributor? You ain't got to be able to throw long and deep every play. He wants you to hit that open man. And if you can hit that open man, Southern offense will roll, because that's how I can't. What does he call it? I think he calls it football on the court or something. Something he got a little saying about
on the football field.
Yeah, he said spot the ball. That's was his thing for years. Spot the ball, because they want to run a lot of plays. But the key to Eric Dooley's offense is always outstanding quarterback play. Because Southern's going to have good offensive line.
It's a fast break offense.
Fast break, that's right. Yeah, that's him. But the key is always his quarterbacks. Now, last year, they fell way off with that young man they had last year. He couldn't reach the open people. He couldn't go vertical. It's just so many things he couldn't do. But we're going to see with this Blood kid and, the other people, because Noah's down there, right? So we got to see what he's going to do. Can Noah, usurp him? Can he take that position?
So,
because they got, what do they got? How many quarterbacks at Southern right now?
I think they got like at least 5 from what I'm hearing, but it could be more. I would have to talk to J Max. I'll talk to him, see how many quarterbacks they got.
I think they got a lot of people down there.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this though, their defense is being revamped. They did get, I think they got a little bit better on the defensive line, but those those players on the defensive line from last season, Adumas, Greyhouse, Jordan Lewis, Trey Lane, Cam Peterson, that's hard to replace. That is hard to replace. You're talking about Jordan Lewis, who was the Buck Buchanan Award winner in the spring. He had 10.5 sacks. I think he was almost the all-time leader in sacks in FCS.
Hey, did Jordan? Who picked him up in the NFL?
I don't even know. I haven't heard anything about Jordan Lewis since he left. But it should be for great football. But like I said, I would have Alabama State winning this game by no less than a touchdown. So they start off 1-0. Second game of the season, they got Miles College. Win.
Yeah.
Now,
The guy at Miles College is a graduate of Alabama. Sam, what is it? Sam Shad? What was his name? What's the coach of Miles College?
Sam Shade.
Sam Shade. He played at Alabama. I think he went in the NFL, didn't he?
Yeah, Sam Shade did go to the NFL, play linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a linebacker.
Sam Shade, that's right. Yeah.
Now here's a game right here. Third game of the season. You playing FAMU down in Tallahassee. You got to get your get back.
Listen, where's Mr. Campbell? Because I know he said we don't know what we talking about. I pick FAMU. I'm trying to tell you now. They can't listen. I'm a fan of Willie Simmons. To be honest with you, I don't think nobody can beat him but Jackson State. But yeah, I like Willie Simmons. And one thing Willie ain't gonna let you do, you ain't coming into Bragg Stadium and beating them. He's not gonna have it. You ain't gonna beat them in Bragg. How many games y'all done won in a row in Bragg, Mr. Campbell? Did he say?
Nah, not yet.
Because they ain't lost a game in Bragg in a long time.
Ooh, they said FAMU by 2 TDs. It was supposed to be 2 TDs last season, but you couldn't get that.
No, they like you said, Alabama State's defense played well. The running game at FAM in that game was not on Alabama. FAM's running game wasn't on. Alabama State's running game was atrocious.
Yeah. Zoe said that FAMU's last home loss was against Jackson State in 2018.
In 2018?
Yeah.
So they ain't lost a game at Bragg since 2018?
Yeah.
I told you now. Listen.
Blue. I take that back. Blue said it was against South Carolina. They haven't lost since South Carolina State.
What year was it?
It had to be before COVID.
Was it 2019? Because they hadn't lost in Bragg Stadium in some years.
Anybody else, y'all can come on, jump in, man. But yeah, it is hard to win in Bragg. So
it's hard to win in Bragg, baby. That's Willie Simmons. That's Willie Simmons' country. That's his country down there, man. You know they say he owns a 300-acre farm down there.
Hey, sure, he in it to win it.
Yeah, man. They say he got a 300-acre. Is that true, Mr. Campbell? What Mr. Campbell say?
I ain't say anything yet.
You ain't say nothing. Yeah, they say he got a 300-acre farm down there.
No, you said Blue said they lost to South Carolina State in 2018. That's the last time they lost.
So it's been a while.
What up, brother?
What up, man? Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you doing?
It ain't hard for JSU to win down there in Bragg.
Hey, Mr. Campbell, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Mr. Campbell?
He ain't got to hear it. He know it. I ain't told no lie. We all FAMU in Bragg.
Y'all them in Bragg. Listen, man. Hey, Zoe, when I was a kid, man, and they would take us to Bragg Stadium, man, we thought we was in heaven, man. We used to love Bragg. Not to see the Bragg Stadium y'all in now. That's not the Bragg Stadium I went to. The one that you sit in now, that was given to them in '83. I remember some years before that, Yeah.
Oh well, Jackson State. We just delight ourselves in the state of Florida, man.
In the state of Florida,
Oh man,
hey, Zo, I always tell people, if Jackson State comes back to Tallahassee, I want the game to be in Doak Campbell. Mr. Campbell them say that ain't gonna happen. I'd like for that game to go big time, so we can do 60. Huh?
Hey, I like it too. We kick our feet up in Burt Reynolds estate
Yeah,
over there too.
Yeah, see, when I was growing up, anytime Tennessee State came to Tallahassee, they would take them to Doak Campbell. They didn't play on FAM's campus. That game was too big. They would go to Doak. That's why I said if Jackson comes to Tallahassee, take that game to Doak Campbell. Let's have 60,000 and 70,000 up in there.
Well, it don't matter. They could do whatever. They could take their pick in the retirement state of Florida. We can go to Orlando, Daytona.
Yeah.
We can go to Mexico Beach, Clearwater Beach. It don't matter. We just delight ourselves in the state of Florida when we play FAMU, dog.
Oh yeah.
This Alabama.
I just want to drop a little nugget because I was talking to Doc the other day, and the fellow was saying something about coaching, right? When they were talking about TC, and they were talking about giving a slight edge for FAMU coaching because typically they say, "But we ain't seen TC." I can give the coaching nod to Jackson State, and Willie done won 3 games in a row. Well, I got to thinking, and I was like, you know what? How many losses does old Willie have against JSU since he's been coaching at FAM? He 0-3. Well, do you know, Mr. Ford, that 2 of those losses were the first-time head coaches?
Whoa.
So
I know one of them was Hendricks, right? John Hendricks was one of them. John Hendricks.
Tony Hughes.
Tony Hughes.
So if when TC beat FAMU this year, that means Willie Simmons is going to be 0-3 against first-time head coaches. That don't sound like a coach that should get a coaching nod over a first-year coach to me.
Well, so let me say this now. Doc was talking about drinking the Willie Simmons Kool-Aid. I drinks it. I like Willie Simmons now. I ain't going to tell you no lie, so.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you, Mr. Ford, I'm going to tell you something, too. I like Willie Simmons, too. But I showed up when Jackson State playing because he ain't got no success.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Y'all been a problem.
He was at Prairie View?
Huh?
Did he beat Jackson State when he was at Prairie View?
He beat us one time.
Yeah, he beat y'all on your homecoming one year.
He beat us one time.
That game was televised.
He beat us one time. I mean,
in Jackson, right?
Hey, a garbage can get a steak too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that game was televised.
Oh man, I got to get to the Alabama State schedule, man. So I mean,
well, shocker, since you talking about Alabama State schedule, they gonna start their season kicking their feet up. I mean, they gonna beat them little beige Jags down there from Baton Rouge down. They gonna beat Southern the first game of the year.
Yep. You thinking they beat them bad, or will it be close?
And I ain't getting all that. They just gonna get a dub.
Okay. I think they're gonna be better. I feel like Alabama. And the other thing I tell anybody, now when Blue says a guy can coach, I have to go with it. And Blue is high on this guy from Pike County, so that's what I'm waiting to see. Because usually Blue tell you the guy can coach.
Because I'm just perusing through these comments. EA, he said, it was a dumb move. You know what? They got a statement for that. That's called Willie Gone Willie.
Willie Gone Willie.
So if Willie Gone Willie, I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm supposed to poo-poo that and say we shouldn't have won. I mean, you can't praise your coach and then got a statement saying that Willie Gone Willie. That's oxymoronic. I'm just saying.
Willie Gone Willie.
I mean, you do realize that came from that game. It started with that game. So Willie Gone Willie.
Mm-hmm. Was that the game in Tallahassee or the game in Miami?
It was we have great success in Miami. It don't be that close.
So
that was in Tallahassee.
Okay.
After we beat them this year, we're gonna be 4-1 in the Blue Blossom Classic.
It ain't orange
Okay.
no
Now
more.
that goes back to the John Merritt era.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right.
So
Right.
from henceforth and forevermore, it will be known as the Blue Blossom Classic.
Oh yeah.
You can't own nothing. You constantly getting beat in.
Yeah, that's true. So let's see. Let's get back to this. So they go 2-0 because they'll beat Southern. They'll beat Miles.
Facts.
I got them losing to FAMU down in Tallahassee.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my friend.
Okay, Lee Corso.
So you said Alabama State gonna beat FAM?
Yes, because they should have beat them the past 2 years.
No, the 2 years ago, FAM embarrassed them in.
No, I mean last year.
Last year, yeah. Because remember the guy? That's when everybody wanted him fired. Was FAMU embarrassed him in Bragg, and then when they got back to Montgomery, remember that guy? His name was Donald Hill Ely.
Yeah.
They wanted him out.
Here's the thing. Everybody is on the FAMU Kool-Aid. FAMU has a good team,
right?
But I'm gonna say this: to me, in my humble opinion, Musa is overrated.
Well, I agree with that.
Musa's overrated. When you go to a man, Alabama State has a better roster.
Yeah,
but Alabama State's issue was quarterback play. Alabama State would have had a better product on the field had they had better quarterback play last year. Now, granted,
and what about offensive coordination now? Because Harry Williams was awful. He was horrible.
But here's the thing: even with the coordinator, had they had better quarterback play, they probably would have had better success. And that's even with the coordinator, because their defense and the talent they have is a stoop. But the thing about Musa's overrated, and the thing about FAMU, they always harp about names, but those names don't produce against the good teams.
Right.
Now, so let me make this point right now. So, on behalf of Musa, he's not in the right offense. That offense is designed for a dual threat type of quarterback. He's a pocket passer. He plays better when he has one or two tight ends in the game.
Mr. Ford.
So I have to say that on his back because he can throw the football.
Mr. Ford, ain't no point in bringing it up. He in the offense that he in. He gonna be in that offense next year. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So ain't no point in bringing it up.
But so he can be in that offense. I'm just saying, with a kid like that, you gotta play the 1 and 2 tight ends because you gotta max protect for him.
Okay.
But if he gets time in the pocket, he can throw that football downfield now.
Okay.
He can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that offense is designed for a dual threat type of kid, and he's not that.
Oh, okay. Well, who does that fall on?
Fall on the coaches.
Oh, really? Was that really?
Fall on the coach. You got to follow on the coach.
So my thing is we can't have it both ways. But back to the point on this game.
Right.
Alabama State has the pieces. Now, the one thing we don't know is D. Davis going to take a step up this year, or are they going to go with another quarterback and they get the production? Because Alabama State has the talent on both sides of the ball. Also, we got to account for it. This is going to be Eddie Robinson's second year. You got to expect a bump up with regards to him with his experience. We can't discredit that. And they got some really, really good pieces. Alabama State got the better defense. We can go ahead and say that now. So
let me ask this question, though. So let me ask you this question. What quarterback on Alabama State's roster has more talent than D. Davis?
I can't answer that because I'm not well versed on everything they got at quarterback. But I will say this: when it comes to Alabama State and what they're doing, to me, saying who's the most talented is low hanging fruit. Because talent isn't always the answer that's going to get you the wins. It's what, as you stated with what you just said with Musa, it's who fits the scheme that they're running.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have that.
He's got to get the structure now with this new offense coordinator because he had no structure. To me, they was playing on the Alabama State's offense was playground offense. Just throw something on the wall, just call any play. But he's going to get this guy, and he's going to get structure. And to me, talent and structure, that's big time.
Well, I'm gonna say this, but again, even if he's doing what you say he was gonna do with playground offense, if D. Davis, even last season, if he's as good as advertised, that statement is null and void. That's a fact. So you can, because guess what? We've seen offenses that have playground type offenses have success. It's not necessarily the scheme. You got, if it's the talent. And if the talent is good, it's advertised. D. Davis wasn't. And we specifically said before the season last year, if D. Davis does not live up to what he did in high school, you're going to get what you got. And guess what? We got what we got.
Yeah. So let's see, we got them losing against FAMU. Well, you said not so fast.
I got Alabama State in a nail biter by 3.
Ooh, okay.
In Bragg Stadium.
In Bragg Stadium. Alcorn. This is the next game on the list.
Oh,
that's gonna be a nail biter. That's gonna be a good game.
It's in Montgomery.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Where is that? Is that in Montgomery or that's in Lorman?
It's in Montgomery. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. The reason why it's harder to answer this game, more so than the FAMU game, is because Alcorn has more questions or unknowns that we don't know about to be speaking on.
Right.
FAMU has the more continuity of the pieces. So I'm going to just say this. I'm leaning toward Alabama State. I know that may be a shocker to some people, but I'm only saying that because of the unknowns. Because bear in mind, Alcorn is bringing in a new quarterback. We don't know what we're going to get. We know what we saw on film, because I got to bring this point up. Between Macon and D. Davis, who was the more highly rated recruit? D. Davis by far.
Yeah.
By far, right?
Right.
So I say that to say this. We don't know what we're truly going to get with Macon.
But so let me ask this now. You know, historically now, Alcorn usually beats Alabama State in Montgomery, right? Aren't they dominant in Montgomery?
I can't really say, but that ain't saying much, because it ain't like Alabama State just really be winning.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They usually Alabama State goes in there and get the win in Montgomery.
History. I'm not factoring in history when it comes to this. I'm saying typically I would agree with you, and I would actually pick Alcorn for this game. The only reason why I'm giving cause to pause is because of the question marks that they have. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I'm gonna say push. I'm not gonna give an answer on this game. To me, I'm pushing on this one. I'm gonna leave this as a swing game. If that makes sense to you.
That makes sense. So now next game is they homecoming. They get played against Bethune-Cookman, October the 7th. That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Right.
They in Jackson for our homecoming. I'm sorry, they about to get dog walked in the vet.
Let me tell you something. They don't get the clock gonna get bust on them for homecoming, dog.
So it's gonna be another Alabama A&M game.
Possibly.
2 years ago.
Possibly.
So that's another one right there. Then they got the Magic City Classic down there.
That's gonna be a big one.
In Birmingham.
That's gonna be a big one.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest on this. In the SWAC, being truthful, this is actually one of the hardest games to actually call. It really is.
Yeah,
because they flip-flop so much.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the team you think is going to win loses. It's a really good game to watch. It's a true rivalry because it's so top-heavy. It's one of the hardest games to actually watch, bro. To actually, to say who's going to win. But I'm going to give the edge to Alabama
State.
Yep.
Bama State.
They beat them last season too, right?
Bama State.
Yeah.
Now he dominated Donald Hill-Lilly, Cornell Maynard did, but he having some problems with this Eddie Robinson.
All right, so you got the Fort City Classic, Grambling. They in Mobile.
I got Grambling in this game.
You got Grambling in this game?
I do. Listen, I know everybody's going to sit here. Everybody puts too much onus in the previous season, but you got to remember, in the SWAC last year, there was an influx of talent among all the teams, and we're holding Hugh's feet to the fire too much on last season. But bear in mind, A lot of moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
3 offensive coordinators.
Right.
A lot of movement. A lot of stuff going on within that program. This offseason was totally different. They had a good recruiting class.
They did.
They found some balance. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Grambling going to have this great year, but I don't expect for Grambling to finish like they did last season, though. And this is still Grambling we're talking about. And if Grambling don't do nothing else, they're going to put it to football. I believe.
So Grambling's got one question mark, and that's quarterback play. That's the only question mark.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm saving for last. Grambling has a little ammunition because who's going to be starting quarterback for Grambling?
Miles Crowley.
Where's this game at? In Alabama. Alabama State. That's why I'm giving the nod to Grambling.
I think Grambling has a big season if they're good, outstanding quarterback play. I think they have a big season. But it's all about the quarterback play. Because that was their main problem last year was quarterback play. That's why did you say they were 3-8? What was their record last year?
I think they were 3-8. Let me add something to your point. The thing about the SWAC that I think most people aren't really grasping, let's take last season to an account.
Yeah.
We only had good quarterback play from 2 teams all year.
Was FAMU one of them?
FAMU and Jackson State.
Yeah. Okay.
Coincidentally, those really were the best 2 teams in the conference. The problem, and even if you go back the past 3 to 4 years, the best team in the SWAC typically has the best quarterback in the conference. Because the quarterback play hasn't been great all around the conference. And so last year, a lot of teams had questioned their quarterback because, like I just made the point, Alabama State, have they had a good quarterback, they have a better season. Alabama A&M, if they have better quarterback play, they probably have a better season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Southern.
Yeah.
Southern, better quarterback play, better season. Andrew Body, kind of regressed toward the end of the year, but then he ended up getting hurt. Andrew Body's a damn good talent, but he don't have the pieces around him. They're working on it now, so we'll see for this year. Because Andrew Body is a good talent. But then you think about Grambling, played a freshman, bad quarterback play. You see where I'm going with this? If the SWAC is good quarterback play, you'll have a better product coming from all the rest of the team.
Right.
So that's why Alabama State's going to be all right because they're going to have good quarterback play.
We hope.
All right.
So now next game on the list is Valley. They at Itabena.
Oh, man. They're going to dog walk Valley.
Next game on the list, they going to Texas. Against Prairie View.
That's going to be a big
L.
L for who? For Prairie View or for Bama State?
Bama State.
Okay.
And then they played Tuskegee in the Turkey Day Classic. So they renew that.
That's a win. That's a win. That's Division 2 coming up against the SWAC.
Hold on.
Tuskegee on Alabama State.
Mr. Ford, you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, now I know in the past the Tuskegee used to own them, but Eddie'll get he'll get them.
You said used to. Used to is past tense.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But Eddie'll get them this year. Eddie'll get them.
All right.
Because I think, like I said, I'm going to go with Blue. I think that Bama State is going to be improved because of that new offensive coordinator. I think that he's going to make D. Davis better. Yeah, I think they're going to be better. They're going to be better. But I don't see them beating FAMU in Tallahassee now. I don't see that.
Oh, man, I got some good new contacts on. I see it.
Oh, Lord.
In Bryant Stadium,
So that's Bama.
They'll go to the highest of 7 hills. I'd beat them.
Hey, it's the lowest of 7 hills, man. What you talking about? Ain't no hills on Tallahassee.
Mr. Kelvin, you hear that?
So they can win at least. So what? They equal up what they had last season, 6 games.
They better. No, Doc, they better.
We
got to get them at least 7, 8 games.
I got them 7. I got them 7.
Yeah, I can go with 7. No less than 7. They better.
Okay.
1 game better.
Okay. That's
well, we'll see.
That's improvement.
Yeah, I saw him this spring, and I thought I saw improvement.
Hey, man, 7-4 is good for Bama State, man.
All right, so let's get into. Let's see who else schedule I gotta get.
So Mr. Cameron said you being a politician. Said Zoe lying to you folks.
I ain't lying.
Said you being a politician.
Well, I'm not either. I'm independent. I'm telling you, no, I'm independent, dog. I'm a straight shooter.
Let's see who we got.
Where's Blue? Is Blue on here?
I think he still is on. He should be on here.
Blue, how many games Alabama State gonna win?
Alabama State 7.
I want to hear what Blue got to say. Let's see what Blue say. Blue, how many games they gonna win?
Now look, Blue gonna be the politician, man. You know Blue live there. Blue live there. And look, and Blue is in LA.
Yeah.
We
Blue
got
lives there and he in LA. Blue is gonna toe the line.
And we got these Jazz coming up.
Oh Lord.
Did Blue put anything in yet?
I haven't seen. Let me see.
Oh, okay. Blue, how many games Alabama State's gonna win?
Man, Blue gonna say no comment.
I got them winning at least. I got them equaling out.
He said 5 or 6. What'd he say?
Between 5 and 6.
So Blue, you said not improve? I thought you was preaching about that offense coordinator.
You know what? I mean, but even look, I'm not far off. Look, they get 6 wins. I got 7. They gonna be fam, dog. They gonna be fam, and they gonna beat them Jags, man.
I think they beat them Jags, but they ain't gonna beat fam. They beat them Jags now.
Well, they're gonna be some spots off Southern, boy.
Listen, man, you don't listen. You can't go into Bragg Stadium, bro, and beat them Rattlers down there.
I mean, Jacks, they don't have no problem doing it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, okay, the last 2 years, Willie Simmons has only lost to Jackson. You're right, but listen, everybody ain't Jackson.
I agree.
Everybody ain't Jackson.
Good when you say it. It sounds good when you say it.
Oh man,
Bama State does not beat fam.
All right, so we got Southern schedule right here. We already said that's a loss against Alabama State, so we already got them 0-1.
Okay.
The second game is Jackson State.
Oh, and that's on ESPN Plus.
Right. So
yeah, it's on ESPN Plus.
So that game right there. What you got for the game, Zoe?
Which one?
Oh, we already gave them an L for the first game.
Oh, for sure.
We already gave them an L for the first game.
Oh, so we start with us?
Oh, no, I'm talking about against Alabama State.
Yeah, we gave them an L for that one. Now we on us, right?
Right.
We're gonna officially have Dooley seat hot as a firecracker after they beat us. After we beat them, dog. His seat he gonna snatch that ascot off. I'm telling you.
And he better not lose to Texas Southern.
His only saving grace after he loses to JSU was that the conference game. That's gonna be his saving grace. Because he's gonna only be on one conference.
Oh yeah, 0-1 because this ain't a conference game.
That's his only saving grace.
Third game of the season. They got Alabama A&M.
That's in Mumford.
Yep,
it's in Mumford. They're gonna win that game because they're not gonna lose twice back to back in Mumford. But I'm gonna tell you something. That game was a trap game. Because you gotta understand, man. It's going to be hard playing us that early in the season. The high for that game is going to be through the roof. It's going to be hard to get that back up for the next week. But because they 0-2, they're going to muster up just enough.
So what are you hearing about Alabama A&M's defense? You hear anything?
Oh, nah. Man, my ears don't go past Meridian.
All right. I just want to know what kind of defense they're going to have in Huntsville. Normal.
Yeah, so Alabama A&M is on the list.
Well, I'm gonna say this because prior to last season, when they brought on the dude that came from Winston-Salem State, everybody was talking about
Bullware, I think his name is.
Oh yeah, everybody was harping on about how outstanding they're gonna be and yada yada yada. But I will say this: it was the first full season. Again, a lot of turnover because they brought in all these transfers, and it was the first year. So I will say, keep your eye on that going into year 2 because again, you got to expect some growth in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, my calls to pause at Alabama A&M is the quarterback position, but the same question can arise for Southern. But I think Southern has the better talent. That's why I think coaching is a push, right? So I'm gonna give Southern the edge because also they're at home and they're not gonna lose back-to-back home game.
So they beat A&M. They go to Pine Bluff. They'll beat Pine Bluff.
Right.
And then after that, they got FAMU in Mumford.
Steve. What up?
Listen, he's not gonna beat Willie. He's not gonna beat Willie. Y'all done already gave Willie his one loss, and that's Jackson State. He is not gonna beat Willie.
I'm gonna say this.
Eric ain't gonna beat Willie.
I'm gonna say this. I mean this. Southern, y'all better hit the record button on this.
Oh, it's on wax.
Southern gonna beat FAMU.
No, Zo, come on, man. Zo, no. Zo, come on now.
I'm telling you.
No.
Let me listen to let me tell you why. Y'all got to get out of this narrative thinking that FAMU is gonna lose one conference game and run the table. That ain't happening this year.
But Zo, let's say this: Eric is not on Willie's level.
You don't have to be.
Yes, he do. He's not on Willie's level.
You don't have to be.
No. See, Willie pays attention to detail. Okay, he makes adjustments throughout the season. Eric doesn't do that.
Hold on. Did you just sit here on Al Green Internet and say that Willie Simmons pay attention to detail when we got a statement? Hold on. We got a quote that says Willie gon' Willie, and you say that he gonna pay attention to detail?
He pays attention and he makes adjustments throughout the season.
Hold on. He make adjustments throughout the season. So did he pay attention to detail when they run down the end of the game and all you gotta do is spike the ball and kick a field goal to win the game and you let the time run out? Is that paying attention to detail?
Just listen, look, Zo, Zo, everybody makes a mistake now. Come on, Zo. Come on, Zo. Come on, Zo. Come on now. Let me say this now. Zo, I know you don't want to give him listen, Willie is one of the brightest coaches in America under 40. Is he 40? He's not 40, is he?
Yeah, he's older than me.
He like 40. He's like 43. He my age.
Hold on.
But listen, he's a bright-minded coach. Like I told you, I drank his Kool-Aid.
Mr. Ford, you cannot have a quote out there in the universe that says Willie gon' Willie, and then you gonna say he's a bright coach under 40.
Yeah, he's an up and coming. He's a guy. Listen, like I said, okay, he's having this problem with Jackson State. Jackson State owns him, like you said. You said they 0-4. Willie's 0-4 or 0-3.
Oh, Willie is 0-4
against Jackson. He's 0-4 against Jackson, right?
Oh, at FAMU, 0-3.
Okay, but he owned everybody else in the SWAC. Isn't that right?
Why he's at FAMU?
Yeah, nobody in the SWAC has beat him other than Jackson State.
Since FAMU been in the SWAC, yeah, he owned everybody
in the SWAC.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
If you really pay attention to the Southern FAMU rivalry, which FAMU does have the edge in, I have to say. But FAMU, I'm telling you, is due for an L. Southern gonna get it this year. Look, you talk about brag. The three toughest places to play in this conference is the Hole, the Vet, and Mumford. Mumford is harder to win in than Bragg.
So I agree with you, but I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. I'm a former football coach, and I'm gonna say this again. Eric is not on Willie's level.
He's not
on his level. Yes, he do. He's not on his level.
Okay.
He's not on Willie's level.
Well, all I say is this: ain't nobody out here saying Dooley gonna do it.
Well, he did that last year.
Well,
because he messed up a super squad. Now, I thought that. Now, listen, I thought that Jackson had more talent than Southern, but it wasn't that far, and he messed up that team with that foolishness at quarterback. Because that team should have been maybe, like you said, a one-loss team. No, I'll take that back. Because they had to play LSU, right? Didn't they play LSU?
Yeah, they stepped on the field with LSU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to count that game. But I'm just saying.
I think you just don't like Eric Dooley. I think that's what they did.
No, well, I think he's an underachiever. You know, like Doc, you told me you said his record at Prairie View was 20-17. Yeah. I thought that Coach Simmons left him loaded at Prairie View. He should have been better than that.
He was better than that. I mean,
you said I think he was there 4 years, and you told me 20-17 in the SWAC.
Yeah, 20-17. He had to.
He should have been better than that. That's to me. That's underachieving.
Okay, I still got Southern beating FAMU in Mumford this year.
You know what? I don't know when Eric's gonna ever beat Willie Simmons. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know when he'll ever beat Willie Simmons. He's not on that level.
You know why Steve coming up? Because he's not gonna stand for no Southern beat fan. That's why he been.
What you say, bro?
I said that's why Steve coming up, because he's not gonna stand for me saying this SU gonna be fan, but they gonna do it.
No. Like I said, so I'm saying again, when Eric does not pay attention to details, and see, if you don't pay attention to details, you can't win championships.
Hey man, all I know is ain't no coming out here saying Dooley gonna do it. They say Willie gonna Willie though.
And the one team in the SWAC on Willie, and that's Jackson right now. That's the only team.
Shoot your shot.
What up?
See, this is what happens when you and Doc wear your hats too tight. Y'all got them pretty hats on. You got your red J hat on. Doc got his Mavericks hat on. But see, that's what happens when you get that hat one size too small. So let me tell y'all something about Zoe. See, this is what I love about Zoe. See, Zoe was the kid, you know. Zoe knows. See, Zoe was like me. Zoe knows JSU history. He sat on his daddy's lap and on his shoulder. He can name you everybody that played. But see, Zoe, I know JSU history too, as you well know. So see, while you're doing all that talking about how JSU beat this and all that, if you remember, before this little winning streak you went on, it was 7-7-1. That's what the record was. So y'all have not been blowing Jackson State and FAMU out. So let's start with a couple of things to set the record straight. We have not lost in Bragg since 2018. Okay?
Who last you lost to?
That's Jackson State. And that was Willie's first season when he was 6-5.
And what did he do?
That was Willie's first season, 6-5. So for you to sit back and say that Alabama State, of all teams, are going to come into Bragg,
I told you that,
and win. And FAMU, and we have played all comers. We played the Celebration Bowl champions and beat them. South Carolina State and North Carolina A&T beat them.
Yeah.
We beat Southern twice when they were doing all that big bad talk.
I mean, you do realize everything you say you're doing, we done did, right? But
well, no. This is not about what you did. This is about correcting the record of what you're saying.
Okay.
See, this ain't nothing. Everybody, hey, listen, Jackson. See, this is the thing about. See, I'm a historian too, because you know what this reminds me of. And as every dog has his day. You know, y'all were no different than what Grambling did. And Grambling actually won a Celebration Bowl. They ran through the swipe for 2 years too. And guess what? When that quarterback left, you see what happened. So now you sit back and hollering about Jackson State when that number 2 is not on that sideline anymore. See, because like you said, I know about this too. And see, like you said, you know my boy Shannon Boyd, who didn't lose a SWAC game. And I can go to McKenzie and go further back than that. So I know what good Jackson State quarterback play. You ain't got nobody that you can say is Shannon Boyd or Shadua Sanders or McKenzie on that team just yet.
Are you sure that I can't say that?
I'm telling you, you cannot say that in a full face. I tell you what, who's going to be the starters, though?
Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. I want y'all to write that down after that first game. They said Brown doesn't start. Okay, we're gonna have that. But I'm gonna get back to this FAMU thing. For you to sit back and say Willie going to Willie, all I know is Willie has Willie to 27-6 over the last 3 years. That no other HBCU coach can say.
Hey, I'm gonna use something that a FAMU coach told me. You can't eat off yesterday's meal.
Ooh.
Well, I tell you what. You want me to tell you what? Then Jackson State don't need to bring no plate to no table because them meals is in Colorado now.
No, they ain't. No, they ain't.
So then you definitely don't need to be bringing that because see, all I'm hearing is what y'all did, and ain't none of them kids there.
Look, you done moved away and forgot. Mississippi is the fattest state in the union, so we stay hungry.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. I got rental properties in Jackson, and the one thing about Jackson, they gonna eat good and they still smoking cigarettes for God knows I don't know why.
And then guess what else? To prove my point that Southern gonna win, you know who the second fattest state in the union is? Louisiana.
So listen. Now, Mr. Ford, because he went to Grambling, don't have too much to say, but he do say one thing that's right. There is no way that Eric Dooley is going to beat. All right, this is what the setup always happens. Why Eric Dooley is going to lose. And I told everybody this last year, because let me tell you what Southern's going to do. They play y'all first, and that is going to be their Super Bowl. They're going to act a fool. We going to beat Jackson State. We're going to beat Jackson, and Jackson State going to go down there and beat them, and their season going to be over with. Because we roll into town 2 weeks later, and they're not going to give a damn. And that has happened 2 straight years. Because, see, I know Southern. Southern cares about one thing, well, 2 things. They care about beating y'all, and they care about that Bayou class. Anything else in between, that's why they don't win SWAC championships with this coaching staff and with Odoms. See, I know that too.
Steve, Thick 36 gonna come to Baton Rouge. She's gonna be 26. She's gonna be a 26 when she lead out.
I will bring Thick 36, Thick 50, and Thick 45. Feed all y'all at Waffle House. And I'm telling you right now, you can write this down. FAMU is not losing a SWAC game this season. Point blank, period.
Mr. Campbell, let me ask you this question then. So from what you're saying, Dooley stay at Southern is going to be short.
Well, this is the thing. If you are a Southern alum, you care about, again, 2 games. So he got 2 games. He really got them. Because they know, I mean, we see this is the thing about Southern. FAMU consider Southern a rival. Southern don't consider FAMU a rival. Because they don't.
I disagree with you. I disagree.
Well, I'm just telling you, I have been around them for 30 years. And I'm just telling you, Southern people, let me tell you something. See, it all depends. I'm Gen X. Baby boomers, yeah, Gen X, and these millennials definitely don't know anything about it.
You live in Atlanta, right?
I sure do.
Listen, I live in Atlanta. Southern and FAMU people hate each other's guts, and that's a real rivalry.
No,
I've never been around Southern and FAMU people that get along.
No, Mr. Ford, they don't hate each other guts.
Yeah,
Southern
they do.
And Jackson, they hate each other guts, dog.
Yeah, it is not the same. Let me tell you something, Mr. Ford. Let me tell you this, and this is why I'm telling you the truth. Southern and FAMU people, because I'm gonna tell you something, and this is honestly, I'm gonna tell you, and me and Zoe talked about this. FAMU people don't know about SWAC football. They don't. They don't understand the history. They don't understand the legacy. And I'm telling you, when they play Southern every other year and do not understand the history between those 2 schools, they don't hate them like they hate North Carolina. FAMU hates North Carolina A&T.
A&T.
That's who they hate. It's not even close. They hate Jackson State. I'm telling you this, Jackson State rivalry is bigger than Southern and FAMU. I'm telling you that right now.
Say that again, Mr. Campbell.
The rivalry between Jackson State, game, let's say that. The game between Jackson State and FAMU is a bigger game on FAMU's mind than the Southern game is. That's 100% fact.
It's a new rivalry. Let's put it that way.
Well,
the old rivalry was definitely Southern. When you go back
because
to
that's what we played the most. But that's what I just said.
But that Southern FAMU rivalry is a long rivalry, and it's a lot of legacy.
But see, the difference is, let me give you some backstory on that. Southern and FAMU is the longest interconference rivalry in all HBCU football. They play each other every year. The thing is, with the rivalry, it never went back and forth. FAMU was pretty big in the rivalry. You see what I'm saying? Right. You had the game, the pageant, and everything, but FAMU had far too much success in that rivalry. So that's why it's not as big if Southern won more, it would have a lot more vigor. You know what I'm saying? It's a big game. I'm not trying to downplay it. And there are some Southern fans that hate FAMU. I'm not going to get it twisted, and vice versa.
It's not just a football game. It's the band. Don't forget the bands hate each other.
But Mr. Ford, when it comes to the tier of biggest games, oh no, there is no hate greater than Jackson State and Southern. Like, it ain't even comparable.
Not even close. It's not even close.
Going down 55 just to look at, say.
Hold on, Adrian Crook, you just stopped playing them like in the year 2000, but like before then, FAMU and Southern played every year.
Every year. Then I think they played in the Heritage Bowl too. FAMU was in the BA.
They did. Pete Richardson against Billy Joe.
Even when FAMU was in the SIAC, Southern and FAMU played each other every season. It was the longest interconference rivalry in HBCU football.
Yeah, that was Jake Gaither against Arnett Mumford.
Huh?
It was Jake Gaither against Arnett Mumford.
Yeah, and they stopped it. I want to say, don't quote me on the year, but it's somewhere in the early 2000s. They stopped it, and then they started playing. They started getting a little bit more regularity to it. But before then, whether it was like 02 or 03, whenever it was, they played every single year since like the dang on 30s.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's why I was thinking that's a long and bloody rivalry between Southern and FAMU. That rivalry goes way back.
But to Steve's point, it had more vigor with the baby boomers. You see what I'm saying? Because you understand the Jackson State Southern rivalry wasn't what it was today then. The Jackson State Southern rivalry reached its zenith, its genesis, when we were on our 28-game conference streak. Southern came to Jackson, beat us on our homecoming to snap our 28-game conference streak. And that's when that rivalry took off, because the very next year, we came down to Baton Rouge and put 42 on them at the half. And it ain't been no looking back since.
That game was on BT. I remember Charlie Neal and Lim Barney did that game. That homecoming game you're talking about. Yeah. I watched that game on BT.
So we got. Let's finish out this list against for Southern. They schedule. So
we're not even talking about Lincoln.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Lincoln. That's an automatic dub. Bethune-Cookman.
Dub.
Yeah. Where's that game? Is that in Baton Rouge or in Daytona Beach?
Daytona.
They should take them to Jacksonville. They should take Southern to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
That might work out. Southern versus Texas Southern. I
got Texas Southern.
I got Texas Southern.
Yeah, I think I got it. And you know what? Like you said, that seat gonna be fire hot. If Texas Southern wins that game, man, Eric's seat's gonna be fire.
And who
would ever say you might have to pack up them designer clothes.
Who would ever thought that Texas Southern have a 3-game winning streak on Southern?
You know what? And Southern will make somebody pay for that too.
Because the next week they play Alcorn.
Now, where is that on the reservation or that's at Mumford?
On the reservation.
That's gonna be a big game.
I got Southern winning that game.
Yeah, I got Southern winning that game.
Beating Alcorn?
Yeah.
It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way the last season, the way that game was, Southern had so many opportunities to put like 35, 42 points on it on Alcorn, and they just couldn't. Like, it seemed like they scored 21 points in the first half, and then after that, they just like, forget it. We not gonna do nothing no more.
That might have been Southern's, that quarterback. That was his best game, wasn't it? That McCoy, what's his name? Bishop, what's his name?
Sean McCray. Yeah,
wasn't that his best game against Alcorn?
Mm-hmm. What you got to say about that, Mr. Campbell?
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
What you got to say about that? Texas Southern losing Texas Southern beating Southern, and then they lose to Alcorn the next week.
Well, here's the thing. Alcorn, hey man, at that reservation with no phone reception, and according to these people that saying Alcorn is gonna be 10-1. Hey man, that's for all the marble for Alcorn.
Hey man, you said they got bad reception. We can go down there and write notes to each other. We getting a dub.
And then they played Prairie View after that.
I got Prairie View winning that game.
Beating Alcorn?
For sure.
Now that's Lorman, or is that in Prairie View?
That's at Baton Rouge.
It can be in Waco. It can be
okay. I'm sorry. Okay. We still on Southern, right?
Yeah, we still on Southern.
Southern. Okay. So you saying Prairie View beat Southern?
Yeah, I got Prairie View winning the West.
I got Prairie View beating Southern too. I agree with you on that. I got Prairie View beating Southern.
I got Prairie View beat Southern in the game and in the pregame fight. Y'all forgot they was brawling right before.
Yeah, man, they did. That's what, about 2 years ago. Was that 2 years ago? 3 years?
No, that was last year.
That was last year.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that.
That was last year. Then they put 45 on them.
Hey man, I got Grambling winning that game this year.
In the Bayou Classic?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Man, y'all, you know what? Hey, so you packing that guy's bags, man.
No.
You packing it. Yeah, you packing his bags.
Remember, he got the bags all in the field doing pictures with him.
Ooh.
Well, they ain't gonna be looking like a good season for Southern. What about 7 wins?
I
got him somewhere around there.
So and remember, he is not on Willie Simmons' level.
He don't have to be. Look,
yes, he does.
I got Prairie View winning the West.
Hey, what you think about Prairie View coming to FAMU's homecoming? You think Prairie View wins that?
I don't know.
Yeah, because FAM's playing.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so Prairie View's going to win the West. Not going to beat us on our homecoming. But Alabama State, who don't know who their quarterback is going to be beat FAMU and Bragg. Okay. See, that's why I tell you, I want y'all to stop this drinking and Jackson.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you, you can't look at it like that because there's a thing called matchups, Steve. There's a thing called matchups. And see, Prairie View, nobody's talking about Prairie View, but you better go look at what Prairie View is returning. Then they got Trayvon Conley coming back. The offensive scheme that they run works to them. You add Caleb Johnson, they add Juice Jenkins. They had a good defense. Mind you, they should have been in the championship game. You want to get the game because they tripped up to Texas Southern, but it was the first game of the year, and they still had a chance to get that thing toward the end of the year. Prairie View got a lot coming. Back, and they brought in some damn good pieces. Like everybody else, though, if Trayvon Conley gets just a little bit better, and did they get him some wide receivers?
Hey, Zoe, did they get Conley some wide receivers?
Yes, they did. They added Juice Jenkins in the slot.
Okay. All right. Because he needed some wideouts. His wideouts were mediocre and less.
And then, look, you added Caleb Johnson, who was one of the top running backs in the country.
You're right.
You added Juice Jenkins. They added some more pieces to the O-line. They brought in a dynamic tight end. I'm telling you, and nobody's talking about Prairie View. We're not going to sit here and act like the West did come down to 4 teams.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's that close. I just thought they needed to open up the air game a little bit more with Prairie View. They were what, like 70% run, wasn't it?
But that wasn't that issue. They were 70% run. But you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, hold on, man. I'll call you right back. They were 70% run, but that's the offensive scheme that they had. Now, granted, to your point that you're making, that's why I say if Trayvon Conley gets just a little bit better, he doesn't have to be a 3,000-yard passer. That's not what they were asking him to do because of what they're running. But you add in some tight end play, and they get a little better on defense. I'm telling you, bro. And then look at the schedule for what they got at home and what they got on the road. Pay attention to Prairie View.
Now, so the defensive coordinator at Prairie View left Prairie View and went to Alabama State. So who took his place? Who's the DC at Prairie View now?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know.
The guy Middleton or something. He was the DC at Prairie View. He left Prairie View and went to Alabama State. So I'm saying, who took his job?
Oh, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
And let's see, because those I was going off of what they was talking about on Saturday night, and I was like, you know what? I cannot say that I'm gonna have Alcorn go 10-1. I'm gonna have Famu go 10-1.
That's ludicrous.
And then you had Southern go 8-3, and you're gonna have Jackson State go 7-4. I was like, nah, that's...
Let me add this one little point about that Alcorn going 10-1. Because since Steve is on here. So go back and look at the SWAC's history. Now, Alcorn is playing two Southland teams, right? They're playing the same two teams that they played last season. And before anybody comes on here, they went 1-1. Because I already know they're going to say, well, they should have beat Stephen of Austin, but they didn't have a kicker. But be it as it may, they went 1-1. Because the point I'm about to get at is, when is the last time a SWAC team when's the last time has beat some Southland teams in one season with doing so with experienced quarterbacks? Now you talk about bringing in a brand new one. You see what I'm saying? And I also got to make this piece too. I understand that Alcorn is bringing in making 4-star quarterback, and I also realize that that they got some pieces coming back from the previous year. But the thing that I find that's very oxymoronic is you say Alcorn is going 10-1 with what they got coming back and adding the quarterback they're adding, but just the previous year, Jackson State won the SWAC, had way more talent coming back with a quarterback who just won the conference as a freshman that's coming back with experience. And I remember vividly before the season, everybody was saying, oh, Jackson, they're going to lose 2 or 3 games. So now tell me how the hell you going to sit there and say Jackson, they're going to lose 2 to 3 games with what they had coming back.
Wait. Anybody that said Jackson State was going to lose 2 or 3 games, first of all, don't know the swag, and first of all, don't watch football. Y'all had the most talented team coming back. Y'all had the basic offensive player of the year. I mean, that was no validity to that.
See, let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you. Everybody. That's everybody called haters. No, there's no way. That anybody with common sense, man, look, scouts, people that know the game, there was not one game on that roster that anybody could look and say that Jackson State was not the favorite in every one of those games. So no way. So what game was they going to lose? To Southern? That wasn't happening.
Nah.
But listen,
so they're going to lose to Alcorn? That wasn't going to happen.
Listen, with the recruiting class they just had, shouldn't they be favored to win the SWAC again? Shouldn't Jackson State be favored? They got the best talent.
No, it's okay. Recruiting class, no, they don't have the best talent.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, wait a minute. Jackson State does not. Look, I'm going to tell you something. See, this goes back to about losing players and having players. Recruiting classes are great. And this is why I'm saying why I'm so high on FAMU. We've been building this thing for 3 years.
Okay.
Look at the players that are still there. See, that's the thing, too. The experience that we're bringing back, along with the number 2 HBCU recruiting class.
Okay.
Right behind Jackson State.
I tell you
so the difference is Jackson State is bringing in talent, but lost you cannot deny the level of talent, the high level. Do you guys realize you guys have 15 guys that went D1 that could play? That shows you how much talent. Dion, and I'll say this, Dion has told people he had more talent than Jackson State than he got in Colorado.
Okay. I can believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. While you talking, I challenge you. I tell you what, when every team report, I want you to look at your roster, and I want you to turn around and look at Jackson State roster. It won't be comparable.
Let me tell you something. We got starters. Actually, guys that played. That's what I'm gonna count on. Okay. Guys that played. So you got guys that you hope that can play. You ain't got starters.
Okay, I tell you what.
Right? You will give some credence to experience of playing, right?
You do realize that after we tap that ass, you're gonna have to eat everything you saying right now. And I'm like, Steve, but we don't have a snowball chance in here because this is all new, no starters, and we tapped it. Because I'm telling you, right now,
listen, let me tell you something.
Hold on. I'm telling you, hit the record button, Steve.
Listen. So I want y'all to know, Zoe is my nephew. Me and him talk offline.
We are not going to lose, and we're not just going to win. We are going to tap that ass.
I love it.
Record.
I love it. Well, I tell you what, unless you walk back through that door, that's not happening.
Okay.
Oh, it's on wax, y'all. It's on wax, so it will be clipped.
And so I'll tell you what. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm so confident. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I will personally make a video and donate $300 to the JSU. No, whatever the 1400 Club JSU in your name if Jack State beat us.
Okay then. I'm just
and you ain't got to do nothing back, but just say, "Unc, you was right."
I'm gonna tell you, we gonna tap that ass. I'm gonna personally get Steve on my new snakeskin boot. I'm telling you, we're gonna tap that
ass. Oh man!
See, Doc. Hold on, let me say one thing.
Not gonna do it.
Hold on, Doc. Let me say one thing. Doc, let me say one thing. See, this is the reason why Jack State got Zoe to do the ticket buy and everything. He was looking like John Wick and everything. Because see, Zoe will have you believe in this shit. So see, that's why they had Zoe to say get them tickets. Because as soon as Zoe said that, he got them true believers that bought about 8,000 season tickets because this crazy he talking right now.
You know what? I hate to even do this, but I gotta use some of my coach said, and it's gonna be true. You ain't gonna see what you think you saw. You ain't gonna see what you saw. I'm trying to tell you. You ain't gonna see what you saw.
Yeah, man.
But so FAMU would not lose to Alabama State.
Bro, this season.
They're not losing to Alabama State.
This season is personal. Oh, one more thing, too. I know people say, oh, well, everybody will get it for Jack State. Dog, it's a new staff, new team. This season is personal. We ain't the 100. We are 20-0, two-time conference champion, and we hunting all y'all asses. I'm telling you. Look, I gotta go.
And we're gonna end it on right there.
But,
we got
I holler.
We're gonna end it on right there. Everybody, it's over 230 people in here. Make sure y'all like this. We need to get to 200 likes. Make sure y'all subscribe to this. I thank everybody for joining us tonight on the show. Mr. Ford, as always, coming on.
Hey, have a great one.
You too.
When's your next time?
Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
Uncle Steve, as always, coming on with your FAMU.
Well, yeah, Doc, I appreciate what you're doing. Like I said, I'm gonna say this again. When I was younger, we didn't have these outlets. Yeah. We had to listen to white sports talk radio station that did not talk about us. So I'm gonna support all these guys. I'm gonna support Zoe and Ken. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support She Loves D, Timona. I'm gonna support everybody because we didn't have this one, as they said, when I was growing up. So I'm glad that we just had an outlet to talk about us. So of course, I'm gonna come here and set the FAMU record straight. But I don't care if you agree with me or not. I just like the fact that we're able to have this discourse and conversation with all of us that love HBCU sports.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hopefully, if I had a chance, I wish we'd go down to Miami for the Blue Blossom Classic. That would be a good thing to do. But anyway, y'all, make sure as the assistant says, make sure that you subscribe and like. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and like. Yes, this is good banter. This is good banter. That's all of what it is. It's good banter. But it was a great show. Y'all tune in on Wednesday night, another HBCU night tonight show. So, as always, we gotta hit it up for the sponsor.
HBCU OverDrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream. With their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more, you can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace.
All right, now I thank everybody for showing up tonight. We'll be back on here Wednesday night at 7:00 as always. This has been a HBCU Tonight in conjunction with HBCU Overdrive, where all HBCUs matter. Make sure that you hit that like button, comment, share it with your folks, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. And also, if you want to become an exclusive member, all you have to do is just hit that join button. And we have 2 tiers, HBCU Overdrive Purple and Overdrive Blue. And if you want to hit up the Cash App, you can always hit up the Cash App at $HBCU Overdrive. And if you have any ideas or anything that you think can be contributed to the show, you can hit me up on either Twitter or Instagram, or you can email me at hbcuoverdrive@gmail.com. Like I said, we got a lot of things coming down the pipeline. We'll be back here on Wednesday night, and we gonna move it on. We gonna shuffle this on to Ken Clark and the crew, the 1400 Club. I am your boy. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. And hey, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay dangerous. Wednesday night, we'll be back. Peace.